Hello, this is Alexandra. I am responding to Kelly Hoover's discussion post. I wanted to say really great job, really enjoyed reading your post. I definitely wanted to say that I definitely agree with you that when you're kind of looking at um, children, adults, and adolescents, you do have to take a very different approach with any of the interventions and also screening for mental health symptoms and needs. I definitely liked how you discussed about how children and adolescents, the way that they often contextualize experiences, very different from adults. I really liked that, and I thought that was a really great way to really summarize that and really kind of provide that understanding of that, that main difference between them. Um, and kind of going a little bit further, kind of thinking about how, you also mentioned how children experience, well, regressive types behaviors, while adolescents might be more like externalizing it out, like either isolating or engaging in risk taking behaviors. Um, I definitely think that that's a difference to see the developmental age play that key when you're looking at children and adolescents. I think often there's a lot of that grouping, like we always put like children and adolescents together, but then again, we have to remember that they are separate. And so I definitely think that that's something to definitely consider when you are doing these types of interventions. Um, and kind of going into a little bit more about what we were talking about. um, According to Wright, 2011, in our book, talked about how children require assistance to identify and express the wide range of feelings that they're experiencing, because at the age of a child, they may not know um, how they're feeling, how to express it, acknowledge it, even how to, sometimes the vocabulary. They might not even know the vocabulary for the emotions or what they're feeling. And so I think it's always good to remember, don't expect children to respond like adults and be able to tell you directly anytime you're doing those type of mental health screenings, of their needs, I feel sad, and they may say it in a different way, or they may have a different reaction. Um, and then kind of looking at Cohen also talked about, Cohen et al. 2006 talked about how children respond not only to the traumatic nature of such situations, but also to the emotions and distress of those around them. So, like parents, teachers, um, and other family members. It's definitely something to remember, is that that's where they do get that affected by that too, what's going on around them. And kind of going into some of the research, according to Vernberg et al. 2016, disasters often create strong emotions and intrusive thoughts for, you see that more with maybe more adults. But children and adolescents may really find it particularly difficult to recognize or regulate their feelings, their emotions, their thoughts, what's going on. And I definitely think that that is really showing in the literature about how important this difference really is to know about these different groups. So yeah, I want to say really great job, really enjoyed reading your post, and I wish you all the best.